welcome to Little Guesthouse. My name is Peter. I'm right now in southern Spain. Last week we arrived from Germany. It was a 5-day trip. Actually 1 day longer because things happen. We just passed Barcelona in Spain. And I actually drove for the last 9 hours, and we were close to a place we planned to spend the night. And I thought, well, before we get parking, I gas up the car. I put some diesel in the tank. So I went to a gas station on the freeway, put the nozzle in the tank, and was there watching. And okay, pump shut off, full. And then I said, oh my God, what is this? I put gas in my diesel tank. So it was gasoline, and I said, oh no, this is not really happening. So I went into the pump and tried to tell the girl what just happened, and she didn't really understand. So she watched her receipt and said, "Oh yeah, it was gas. Yeah, I needed diesel." Oh, don't start the motor. I already knew that. Don't do that. So, what to do? She said, "Well, give me a card from a mechanic." She said, "Well, he will help you." I said, "Oh, okay." And then I thought, well, I'm a member in the automobile club in Germany, ADAC. I might call them. They will help me. So I called them, and first they said, "Well, no, you have to call local. I cannot help you." So I talked to somebody else, and then it was Spanish, and I didn't understand the word because I don't speak Spanish. Tried to start a conversation in English or German or Dutch. These are the three languages I speak pretty good, but I don't speak Spanish. So she just hang up on me. I said, well, that's nice. So I called Germany again, and they said, well, okay, what happened? I said, well, got gas on the pump, or actually wanted to get diesel and to get gasoline. He said, oh, he asked, did you start a motor? I said, no, of course not. Okay, then it's not covered by us. I said, what do you mean it's not covered by us? He said, well, if you had started a motor, there might be a damage to your motor. I said, of course, that's why I didn't start it. Yeah, but it's your problem now. I say, oh, okay, thank you. So what can I do? Yeah, well, it's pretty late now, and you're in an area there is not much service. So what can I do? Okay, you have to wait till tomorrow morning. We have to make some phone calls, and I say, okay. So you mean I spent I spent the night right on the pump, blocking everything? Yeah, you talk to him, say you can drive. You're funny. So I wait till the next morning, and I had to wait till 9 o'clock before that's the time when they start there. Yeah, they said, well, we sent you one of our Spanish helpers. He's coming. Might take 2 hours because he is just in another direction, a little farther away. So, oh, okay, I wait. This guy, two hours later, this guy came up, looked at me. So what is the problem? I said, okay, instead of diesel, I got gas in my tank. He said, oh, well, I don't have a pump to pump it off, and I don't have jerry cans to put it in. I cannot help you. Okay, that's what I was expected, but did nobody tell you what I told three different people, that I got the gas in the tank and can't drive? He said, well, yeah, sorry, can't help you. I mean, he spoke a little bit English, so I could talk to him. But he said, well, I cannot help you. So, okay, that didn't help too much. So I called one more time, also the German. Then I had again somebody else on the phone, so I had to talk and to tell everything over. And noticed it wasn't fun. So he said, well, yeah, you have to pay for the towing and for the repair or whatever. We are out there because if you not start the motor. Oh, well, I didn't. Okay. So I waited. They said, well, we'll call you back. They didn't. So I called one more time, and then I got, well, actually it was 5 in the afternoon at that time. So we spent there 24 hours at the pump, blocking everything, and nobody could help us. So this guy I had at that time on the phone, he sounds a little bit more knowing what he was doing. And he had a real calm voice, so talked to him, explained the same thing I explained everybody before, and he said, well, okay, yeah, this is not covered by us, so you have to pay for the towing. I said, well, what else can I do to leave this place? He said, well, yeah, okay. So I will see if I find towing for you. How big is it? I said, well, it's 8 meters, it's about 24 feet long. He said, well, yeah, that's not a little one. I said, no, it's not a little one. That's the problem. Okay, I will see what I can do. And well, we have a good garage. I can advise, or you might want to call them and ask if they got room for you. So meantime, he was looking for the towing, and I called this guy. Actually, it was a German shop run by a German, and he said, "Well, yeah, we work with the German Automobile Club quite a bit. We are specialized on campers and stuff like that." I said, "Okay, fine. I have that and that problem." And he said, "Well, yeah, there's no problem. We can fix that." I said, "Well, why are you not coming to the gas station? I mean, I can save the towing." "Well, no, we are not allowed to go outside the shop and work somewhere else." I said, "What is this for?" Shh. Okay. So I'm waiting. The guy from the automobile club called me up and said, "Well, it's not. I got somebody, but he's not coming today because he has something to fix or whatever." I said, "Well, okay." He said, "So he will come tomorrow morning." I said, "Okay, whatever. I'm spending so much time here. I don't mind spending another night here." But about an hour later, this tow truck came pulling into the gas station. And he said, well, this you're Peter? And I said, yeah. Yeah, I come to pick you up and bring you to the repair shop. He said, well, it's I think it's a little bit problem. This is a real long vehicle. I said, well, yeah, I thought everybody should know by now what it is. So he took a look and he said, well, this is a problem. And he went underneath the camper and looked everything up. So, well, yeah, maybe. Okay, let's do it. And I said, okay, you know what to do. And he put some boards out, poles, and all kinds of wood pieces. And so he unfolded his tow truck, had the ramp on the back so he could drive up, or there was a winch. He pulled the camper, but he put all kinds of boards down there so he got the right height and everything, so nothing will rip from the bottom of the camper. And you could tell he wasn't doing that for the first time. Finally, we got everything up there, and then he had to fold everything together on the back. His ram folded in two pieces and went up, but it didn't really work because I had to have a little platform on the back where the two electric scooters are put on. So that's another three foot about what's sticking out on the back. So it's not 8 or it's not 25 foot long, it's 28 foot long. And that really was the max he could do. So he put everything up with strips so it will not fall down and stuff like that. And I said, well, this is adventure. And well, we went on the Autobahn, and that was about 30 miles to this shop. And I said, well, we are probably there by 7:30, and there will be closed at that time, that's for sure. And well, we get there, and they were still busy repairing in the other camper. It was the belt was broken, and so they finished that one first, get it out, and they actually don't have space for parking any camper. Unload everything and put it in the driveway. He said, well, okay, you can leave it for the night, and dark in the morning we start pumping the fuel out of there. So he got can diesel up again. I said, okay. So that's the towing guy was ready, and I got the bill, and it was 780 euro, which is, I don't know, $850, $840 for that 35 or 30 mile total. Well, thank you. Okay, and then he said, well, you can we have a hotel or motel, now hotel in the neighborhood. You can stay. I said, well, no, we we have to stay in our motorhome. Yeah, but the automobile club pays for the hotel. I said, no, it doesn't, because it's not covered, because I didn't start the motor. He said, are you kidding? I never heard of that. He said, well, maybe not, but that's the way it is. Okay, so we put some level devices underneath the wheels, so it comes up a little bit, and you don't get the feelings sleeping standing up. Next morning, they're starting right away with you got some little pump there with battery and a few jerry cans, and putting and getting the fuel out of there was more than 60 liters gasoline mix. Yeah, they got everything cleaned up, and they put 5 liter fresh diesel in there and start up the motor. There was a gas station a little bit down the road. He said, well, you go down there, gas up, and you good to go. Okay. What about how much? Well, he said, okay, you're a nice guy. Give me 90 euro, and it's okay. I said, okay. So I paid for the night to stay there, and to remove the fuel. I paid $90. But everything was okay, because my nerves were down quite a bit. And we went on to our trip, and then the next day we arrived at the campsite, and it was filled up almost to the last spot.